Hello students. Now in this video we are going to learn what is the relation between the mole fraction of a gas and its partial pressure according to the Dalton's law of partial pressure. Now here I have considered the three gases A, B and C. In these three gases A, B and C, these are enclosed in a vessel where their partial pressure exerted by the each gas. This partial pressure exerted by these gases, how they are related to their mole fraction, that we will see. Now here N1, N2 and N3 are the moles of the gas A, B, C, right? Now by using ideal gas equation, you all know ideal gas equation, that is equal to PV is equal to nRT. Now by using ideal gas equation, we can relate the number of moles of these gases with their partial pressure. So according to the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, we can be able to calculate the partial pressure of gas A, B and C. So for gas A, I am applying this ideal gas equation as P1 is P1V into N1 RT, where P1 is the partial pressure of gas 1, N1 is the gas A and N1 is the number of moles of gas A. P2V is equal to N2 RT. This is for gas B, where B have partial pressure P2 and number of moles N2. Now for gas C, P3V is equal to N3 RT, where N3 is the number of moles of gas C and P3 is the partial pressure of gas C. Now for all these gases, volume of the vessel is constant as well as temperature is also same for all the gases. Now according to this equation, now we are able to calculate the partial pressure. So partial pressure of gas A is given as P1 is equal to N1 RT upon V. For gas B, it is P2 is equal to N2 RT upon V. And for gas C, it is P3 is equal to N3 RT upon V. So we are giving them equation 1, 2 and 3. Now when we are going through the Dalton's law of pressure, it is saying that the total pressure exerted by the mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to the sum of their individual partial pressure. Therefore, P total, that is total pressure exerted by these gases, is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3, where P1 is the partial pressure of gas A, P2 is the partial pressure of gas B and P3 is the partial pressure of gas C. Now we are going to use these values for P1, P2 and P3. So it is N1 RT upon V for P1, N2 RT upon V for P2 and N3 RT upon V for P3. Now when we are taking RT upon V as a constant, then we are getting in the bracket N1 plus N2 plus N3. So number of moles of the each gas, their summation we are getting in the bracket into RT upon V. So P total will be given by this expression N1 plus N2 plus N3 in the bracket multiply by RT upon V. This is equation 4. Now what we have to do? We have to divide now equation 1 by equation 4. So equation 1 is this, P1 is equal to N1 RT upon V, and divided by this equation 4. It is equation 4 P total is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3 into RT upon V. So P1 upon P total is equal to N1 RT upon V upon N1 plus N2 plus N3 RT upon V. Now RT upon V is common in numerator and denominator, so it is cancelled. So P1 upon P total is equal to N1 upon N1 plus N2 plus N3. Now N1 upon N1 plus N2 plus N3 is giving you the idea about mole fraction. We already have discussed mole fraction, and mole fraction is the ratio of the number of moles of individual component upon the total number of moles of solution. In this way you have already discussed this formula when you have learned about mole fraction. So here also we are getting the same, N1 upon N1 plus N2 plus N3. So total number of moles is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3 upon N1 upon this total number of moles. So N1 is the moles of gas A. Therefore we can write P1 upon P total is equal to mole fraction of gas A. It is denoted with gamma 1, or we can say it is x1. So that P1 is equal to P total into x1. So this way the partial pressure of gas A is related with the mole fraction of gas A into total pressure. Similarly we can express this for gas B. gas B partial pressure is P2 is equal to X2 into P total. Thus, the mole fraction of each gas related with its partial pressure. Now student, we can use Dalton's law of pressure in order to calculate the partial pressure of a dry gas collected over water. You might be knowing that in laboratory sometimes the gases are prepared and these gases are collected over water. So that time the pressure exerted by the gas is due to the pressure of the gas itself also, that is partial pressure of a gas, and also because of the presence of water vapor, whatever the pressure is exerted, because of that also we are getting the total vapor pressure. So total vapor pressure and the total pressure of the gas exerted in the mixture, that will give you the total pressure when the gas is collected over the water in the laboratory. If suppose a gas A is collected over water in the laboratory, then the total pressure exerted by the gas is equal to the pressure of the gas plus the pressure exerted by the water vapor present in it. Now, under such condition, if we want to calculate what is the pressure exerted by that dry gas, then we can use Dalton's law of partial pressure. Suppose here the gas A is collected over the water. Then the total pressure exerted by the gas is equal to partial pressure of gas A plus the pressure exerted by water vapor indicated by PH2O, means partial pressure of water vapor. Now we want to find out the partial pressure of the dry gas. Then we can do the subtraction of the vapor pressure from the total pressure of the gas. So P total minus PH2O. PH2O, that is partial pressure exerted by the water vapor, is known as aqueous tension. So by using this way, Dalton law of partial pressure, you can be able to calculate the partial pressure of the dry gas which is collected over water. Right? Now we are going to see the numerical problems related to the Dalton law of partial pressure. So this is the first numerical. 500 ml of nitrogen at 0.936 bar pressure and 1000 ml of O2 gas at 0.80 bar pressure are put together in a 2 liter flask. If temperature kept constant, calculate the final pressure of the mixture. So here there are two gases, nitrogen and oxygen. These two gases are present in a 2 liter flask. Their quantities are different. When they fill in the 2 liter gas, their pressure were different. Now when they are in a mixture, what the partial pressure they are having, and according to that what the total pressure of the mixture that we are supposed to find out. Now first we will find out what is the partial pressure of the gas of nitrogen and oxygen in 2 liter flask. For that purpose we are going to use the formula P1V1 is equal to P2V2. This is the Boyle's law, right? Now for nitrogen gas P1, that is initially it is filled, that P1 is 936 bar and V1 500 ml. Now it is enclosed in 2 liter vessel, so V2 final volume is 2000 ml. Now you can find out the P2 value. P2 value is indicated as partial pressure of N2. So Pn2 is equal to 0.936 into 500 upon 2000. The calculation we did and we have got the answer 0.234. So 0.234 is there in the bar. So 0.234 bar. This is the answer for partial pressure of nitrogen. Now for oxygen gas we are going to calculate. For oxygen gas initial pressure, that is P1 is equal to 0.80 bar. Volume 1000 ml and the volume of the vessel, that is equal to 2000 ml. 2 liter means 2000 ml. So partial pressure O2, that is P2 value we are going to count. So partial pressure O2 is equal to 0.80 into 1000 upon 2000. So final answer we have got, that is 0.40 bar. Now these two gas partial pressure we have got. So total pressure is nothing but the sum of the partial pressure of the gases present in the mixture. Therefore P total is equal to Pn2 plus PO2. So Pn2 value is 0.234 and PO2 value is 0.40. Therefore the total pressure of the mixture that is in the 2-liter flask is 0.634 bar. So this way we can use Dalton's law of partial pressure to find out the total pressure of the mixture of the gases present in the flask. Now see student, second numerical problem we are going to discuss. Now here a gaseous mixture containing 50 gram of nitrogen and 10 gram of oxygen were enclosed in a vessel of 10 liter capacity at 27 degrees Celsius. Calculate number of moles of each gas, the partial pressure of each gas and total pressure of gaseous mixture. Now volume is equal to 10 liter given. Temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. It is equal to 27 plus 273 is equal to 300 Kelvin. Number of moles of nitrogen gas is equal to M upon capital M. Small m is the mass, capital M is the molar mass. So here 50 upon 28 will give you the answer 1.785, which is approximately equal to 1.79 moles. For number of moles of oxygen gas, M upon capital M is 10 upon 32, will be giving you value 0.31 moles. So here number of moles of oxygen gas is equal to 0.31 moles. So now we have to find out partial pressure of each gas. Partial pressure of each gas we will use PV is equal to nRT ideal gas equation. So that we will get the equation P is equal to nRT upon V. This way we are able to calculate the partial pressure of each gas. R value I am going to take 0.082 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. So therefore Pn2 is given as 1.79, which is the number of moles, multiply by R 0.082 multiply by temperature 300 Kelvin upon the volume is 10 liter. So this way I am going to calculate the partial pressure of the nitrogen gas. So partial pressure of nitrogen gas comes as 4.40 atmosphere. Now for partial pressure of oxygen gas, the number of moles 0.31. Again R value same 0.082. Then temperature is 300 Kelvin and volume is 10 liter. So putting all these value in this equation, we are getting partial pressure of oxygen gas as 0.76 atmosphere. Total pressure, we are going to calculate finally. Total pressure is partial pressure of nitrogen plus partial pressure of oxygen. Partial pressure of nitrogen is 4.40, partial pressure of oxygen is 0.76. So total pressure is equal to 5.16 atmosphere. This way we are able to calculate the partial pressures of both the gases and the total pressure of the gaseous mixture by using Dalton's law of partial pressure. I hope student you understood the concept of Dalton's law of partial pressure, how we can use it for calculating the numerical problems. And if you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.